Hello guys, and welcome to my video. I know you don't normally hear me talking in my rainbow videos. I normally cut the audio out, but I'm going over something that may not be popular. Unpopular decision here. So I've been playing a bit of Ash recently because I don't really have an attacking main. The only main I really have is Mozzie. So I've been trying out Ash. Obviously I've had her for a little bit and I've played her. So she has the two guns, R4-C and G36C. And my unpopular decision is using the G36C. I think it's a better gun than the R4-C. So before we get started, please subscribe. It's free and you can unsubscribe if you want to. And like the video if you want to. And let's get started. So, before I get into it, the G36C, I know that Ash is not who you want to use it on, but I don't actually have Iana, however you want to say it. It's obviously a more viable gun on her than it is on Ash, but I don't have her. So Ash it is. So let's get into this. If we just go through the loadout, G36C, 4 scopes, it has the red dot hollow reflex 1.5. It used to have ACOG and I did use it until it had the 1.5. Then it had the 1.5 and I started using the R4-C, which has reflex, red dot, and hollow. Because I didn't like the 1.5 sights, but now I think it's actually better. And then obviously the attachments, same thing, suppressor, compensator, muzzle blade, brake, flash hider. Actually this one is extended barrel, but who's using extended barrel? So if we go through the stats here, you can just see that the G36C is an overall worse gun, but the thing being, for 1 less damage, you have a better sight, which means easier to see at range. The fire rate is a bit of an issue, but I'm not sure they have the same ammo capacity. But the fire rate is the one issue I see with this. Like, I've shot at people going upstairs and I can't really get an angle at them. The gun doesn't fire enough at a range, but in my opinion, having this 1.5 sight for range makes it way better. Obviously this probably won't be an issue once I get Iana, because hers has the 2 times. So guess I'll just go into custom game and show you guys the difference between these guns. It's hostage still to say that, but if I switch G36C, so obviously the 1.5 sight, I'm starting to like it now. I always used hollow before, unless it had an ACOG. But having this extra sight makes it so I can obviously see further. I can probably see someone's head in there a lot easier than if I was using hollow. It does have 31 bullets, which I believe may be more than the R4-C. But obviously, it doesn't have a lot of recoil. Neither of them really do. But for 1 less damage, having this extra sight really helps in a lot of situations. So, obviously, it's a matter of preference really, but if you want better sight, you want to be able to see G36C all the way. So, I'll switch to the R4-C. Got the R4-C. No, they do have the same ammo. I was crazy. But obviously this gun doesn't have the 1.5, so I can probably see but barely. It would just be a lot easier with 1.5. Now the fire rate obviously a lot faster, which does help in more close range situations. But I tend to use guns with slower fire rates. Like, I like Frostgun. I know a lot of people don't, but its fire rate is ridiculously slow. So I guess I'm just kind of used to it. The G36C, if you're really close, you want to hit hit a headshot or start firing first. Otherwise, you're going to die. Which is probably the one problem with the G36, is just the lack of fire rate compared to the R4-C. I'm not sure if they're about the drop-off damage, because I don't really pay attention to that. But for long range, the G36C is better. Having that sight makes it so much better, and it's not like the 1.5 completely zooms you in when you're really close, like an ACOG or a DMR scope. You can still see everything. The gun's on defenders. So it's a matter of preference if you prefer having that one extra damage. So it really doesn't matter if you prefer having that fire rate or if you prefer having the scope for the range. So that's it for me. I hope this explains something or helped you. Or you can hate me, because I know what sweaty ash means. I've been called out in a few games for using G36C already. And I normally run breaches on ash, which I know is kind of useless, but still do it. So I hope you enjoyed. And that's it for me.